So I already have it.
And we are delighted if people will come in because we also have programs. Liz has a whole just an amazing number of programs that are happening during that time. So I invite everyone to come and see what we've got available, and maybe you'd actually enjoy the lunch, and maybe you'd also meet some friends, and maybe also you'd read some books. So we have lots of different things. All those prizes that are up there on top of the shelves are available to the readers. So that's what you'll be competing for, and you get a chance to win some of those prizes. So it's very exciting because these are all hand selected by Ms. Liz herself. So I hope you'll consider coming, joining us for lunch, reading, checking out a book, and just doing some really good, some really nice summer stuff this year. Okay? Thank you.
Hello friends, I know most of your faces, so I'm Miss Liz. So this is our second program of the summer reading. Tonight we have the Springfield Petting Zoo.
Yeah.
Orchestra Petting Zoo, okay? And we have this thanks to the generosity of the Borgatti Fund. So we have all these great people that make it possible, that donate money so that we can have these great shows for you. And so this is the second time or third time I think that he's been here.
This may even be the fourth.
So some of you may be fourth time. So some of you, my second time with you, may be familiar. This is a great, great opportunity to try out some instruments. So Patrick is here, and I'm going to be helping Patrick, and Miss Deb is going to be helping Patrick when she doesn't have to help you. So without any further ado, let's welcome Patrick.
Thank you. So,
Wait, sorry.
Hold on,
Oh, hold on. I see Margaret with the camera.
Yep.
We will be taking pictures, so if you cannot be in any pictures, I just ask you to step back. Okay?
Okay. So, like she said, my name is Patrick. I'm from Springfield Symphony Orchestra, and I am here to bring you the musical petting zoo. Boy, that's a weird name, huh? That's a pretty weird name. So usually when you think of a zoo, raise your hand. What do you think of? Yes.
I usually think of animals.
Right? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, at least I get my first time to play guitar.
That is
hopefully.
a great optimistic outlook. I love that. Getting a chance to play some instruments. So yeah, what are some animals that you would see at the zoo? Raise your hand. I want to hear about some animals. Yes.
A lion.
A lion. Nice. What else we got? Yes.
Monkey.
Monkey. Cool. Yes.
Me.
Yeah, you.
A giraffe.
Giraffe. Very cool. One more. One more animal. Yeah.
Tiger.
Boom, tiger. Lots of cool animals that we'll find at the zoo, just like you'll find lots of really cool instruments that are played in the orchestra. Now, who can tell me what an orchestra is? Yes. You jump the gun, that's fine. That's cool. Yes? In the yellow? Or are you scratching your head? Okay.
A band, I think.
It's very similar to a band. So it's a group of people that are going to play these musical instruments together. A lot of times you'll find that they're a lot larger than a band. While sometimes they can be small, usually you see them there 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 people. That's a lot of people, right?
Yep.
For that many people, you got to make sure everyone's playing together. So there's one leader of the orchestra. Who knows the name of this leader? Very specific name. Leader of the orchestra. Anyone new? Don't be shy. It's a fun-filled activity here. Yes.
A conductor.
The conductor. Very good. The conductor. Yes. A+, gold stars all around. So the conductor is the one who really leads the orchestra to a successful performance. Perhaps the conductor has everyone playing really fast, or slowly. Perhaps they're playing very loud and then very quietly. But it's when they're playing together, it's the most beautiful music that you have ever heard. Now, a gecko looks a little bit different than a tiger. Would that pretty, yeah, I think so. So that's because they come from different families of animals. And just like we have different families of animals, we have different families of instruments. Can anybody name me a family of instrument? The big group name. Not just one instrument, but the big group name. Yes?
Well, okay, now I know lots of people that actually play guitar, so I'm gonna say guitar.
So guitar is a great example of a string instrument. So we have our string family right back here. Who else? Maybe more family names? Yes.
Trumpet.
So a trumpet is one instrument of the brass family. So we have brass and strings right here. Yes. Woodwinds, excellent. So woodwinds right here. We have our flutes, we have our recorders. There's a few more instruments I don't have, but they are the woodwind family. And there's one more. Yes.
Piano.
So the piano is one instrument in the percussion family back here. So we're going to go through these families, and then you'll be able to understand which instruments in which family. And then most importantly, you'll be able to come up and try them out. So I'm going to show you really quick, and then you get to come up and play. Sound good?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So who knows the name of this? Raise your hand if you know. Yes.
Recorder.
Very good. The recorder is an intro to woodwinds. It's really intro to most instruments, but specifically to any instrument that requires breath. Any instrument that requires breath has a mouthpiece. Everyone say it with me. Mouthpiece. Very good. So for the recorder, it's pretty straightforward. Air in. Note out. Usually there's a temptation to really kind of like use all your lung power for these things, and then you get a really high-pitched shriek noise. Really try to balance it. See how you can make a sweet sound, and when you're changing the pitches, these tone holes right here, and don't forget the one on the back, will be your guide. So there is our recorder. We're going to do all questions at the very end, but I love that you're going to ask them. That's great. Hang on to it. So we have a couple of recorders right here for your playing enjoyment. Now, gotta find, who knows the name of this one? Yes. That is a flute. Very good. So our flute here, a little bit different. It's also a woodwind instrument, but different from our recorder. We're not playing it up and down like this. We're gonna have it off to the side. Here we have our mouthpiece. Oh, actually it's fine. This is supposed to come off so you can clean it. But this is the mouthpiece, or specifically to the flute, the head joint. You don't need to remember that for right now, but it's a mouthpiece, so very important. Now, the recorder, you could just blow air in and it would make the sound for you. You need to do a little more work for this, because if you just blow air in, yeah, that's, yep, it's air. All you're gonna get, more air. So what you do when you're playing the flute, you're gonna have your bottom lip right on this lip plate, right in front of the hole. Don't worry, we clean all the instruments, so it's okay if you do that. And you're going to imagine you have a tiny grain of rice sitting right on your lip, and you're going to pass it over the hole, not directly in. You're not blowing air directly into it. If you've ever blown air into a juice bottle or a soda bottle to make the foghorn sound, it's kind of like that. Think like that. So just on the head joint. This is a great place to start. Then when you're feeling pretty confident, have the rest of the flute here. So the tone holes, we have our tone keys to change the pitch. So we have our magical, lovely sounding flute. We have two flutes in working order for you to play here, and we have one practice mouthpiece. Flute's a hard one. It's weird that I start with it, but it's a difficult one. Please wipe. Yes, that'd be great, because I will forget, and we want to make sure everyone does not hit the flute. So thank you for wiping. Next family of instruments. Who remembers this one's name? Yes.
The trombone family. Hey, there's trombones.
One of the instruments, and observant, yes, there is a trombone in there. Yes. Brass family, excellent. So we'll get to that in 1 second. I like that you saw that instrument. But first stop on our trip is this one. Who can tell me the name of this instrument? New hands, please. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Whoop. Maybe? No? Yes? Yes.
A trumpet. A trumpet?
All right, with the assist. Awesome. So the trumpet here. We have our, so it's our trumpet. Now a trumpet has a, everybody, what's this called?
Mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece. One more time. Mouthpiece. And if you didn't get it right away, that's fine. This one's actually shaped a little bit differently. You'll take a look. Shaped like a bell.
Ding, ding,
Conical on the inside. Now with this is another one you can't just blow air into to get a sound. You need to do something called buzzing your lips. So can everyone make the letter M with your mouth? M, good. Put your arm in front of your mouth just for a minute, because we're gonna, you don't want to accidentally spit on your neighbor, because you're going to be making a bit of a raspberry. So, yeah, that silly sound is important. So silly sound in the mouthpiece. Very, very important. Yep. Practice them now. Now that's just the mouthpiece. All the sound on woodwinds and brass instruments starts on the mouthpiece. It's when you attach it to the rest that it enriches the sound. In this case, it's going to be a bright blast. And we have our valves right here that we press down to change the pitch. there we have our lovely trumpet. Yeah, it gets a little loud sometimes. Brass instruments are intense. So, not yet. We're gonna get to that though. So, I think I heard it. Someone said, what's this one?
French horn.
Yeah, French horn. So, now French horn, very elegant instrument, but it teaches us a good lesson about breath support. Like I said, all these instruments require your air to make a sound. So I'll just hand them to you next time. I totally forgot about that thing. Yeah. So air to make a sound. Again, we have everyone, what's this? Mouthpiece. Very good. Now, what's important about these instruments is to make sure that you're standing, you have a good posture. You're standing up straight, your shoulders are relaxed, and you have enough air supported by your diaphragm to produce the sound on the instrument. So if you're slouching, you're not really into it, you're kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna play a sound. No, it's not gonna sound as good. So you wanna make sure that if you're sitting, you're still sitting with everything aligned and shoulders relaxed. Big sound, and if you get the air support just right, you can make enough sound to match an elephant. But at the same time, instrument can be very, very soft. Probably played more elegant by someone else, but French horn, a very, very fine instrument indeed. So, we next go to our, let's see, where's my man? Yep, trombone, exactly. So, our trombone here is another instrument that has everyone?
Mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece, very good. We buzz into the mouthpiece to warm up. You can do whatever little rhythm you want. That's the warm-up time. But eventually you're going to the real instrument over here. And this is a little bit different because what do we not have? Yes?
We don't have one of those. And you have to slide it and make noise because I know.
You do, I can tell. You know. So, yes, so there's no valves or buttons because we're going to use our slide right there. And this is how we change the pitch on the trombone by the longer we slide it, the lower the note gets. There's our trombone. All right, thank you very much. Now this one's a little tricky because this one looks like a
French horn.
okay, yeah, French horn, and it also looks a little bit like our friend the tuba, but it's actually kind of a little cousin of the tuba. It's a smaller one. This is called the baritone horn. Can you say it with me? Baritone horn. Very good. Now our baritone horn has a what? Mouthpiece. Very good. Buzz that thing. Now, real quick, little science experiment here. We all know what the trumpet sounds like. So my question is, do we think that this here baritone horn is going to have a higher pitch than the trumpet, or is it going to have a lower pitch than the trumpet? If you think this, we're going to do a little vote. If you take this horn, you think it's going to be a higher pitch than the trumpet, raise your hand.
I'm going to pick both. So.
Gotta pick one. All right. Now, if you think that this baritone horn is going to have a lower pitch than the trumpet, raise your hand. Cool. All right. Let's take a little listen. Yes, indeed. The baritone horn is the lower instrument. When it comes to winds or brass, the bigger the instrument, the lower the sound you are going to have. And we're back to our valves here to change the pitch. That. So there's our baritone horn. Lots of fun there. Now, who remembers the name of this family right here? Back here. In the red, yes. Oh, with the assist, yes, string family. All right, cool. So, and then we have this instrument right here. Who knows the name of this one? Yep.
Violin.
Violin, very good. Now, does anyone know what this is called? Yeah? Yes?
It's a string, so.
Oh, no, hang on. In the book.
It's a string.
It does have strings on it. That it is part of it. It is, yes?
Bow.
The bow, yes, very good. The bow is what we use to bow, what you do is you take the string part of the bow against the strings of the violin, strings on strings, and we're gonna slide it back and forth, applying pressure. When you're holding the bow, can everybody see the wolf?
Yeah.
The wolf, when you get ready? The idea is when the wolf's getting ready to play, the ears come down. So the forefinger and the pinky have a little driving, so it helps steer the violin bow. So there's our violin. Lots of fun. Now, earlier I said with the brass instruments and the wind instruments, the bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. With strings, it gets a little bit more complicated because they do have the ability to make reduced size instruments like this baby violin. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my goodness, yes. So this is actually this will make the same sound as the violin that I just played.
But much more lower.
Oh, no. It is actually the same, but it's good that you're inquiring about it, but what happens is these strings are thicker than those strings. So they're made so the instrument will make the same sound for someone with smaller hands. So if you're a young learner, it won't be so taxing for them to try to reach all the way across the neck. So this way, smaller hands, smaller player, big results. Love a baby violin. Oh, and I forgot to get a chair. One chair.
Plenty of chairs. Let's see.
Can I borrow this really quickly? Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so our final instrument right here for the string family. Who knows the name of this one? Not a violin. We already had one of those. Yes, in blue. Whoop. Yep.
Top.
Yes? That's fine. And it is actually not a guitar for this one.
What?
A guitar, I know, it looks a lot like it, but this has a different name. What is this called? Yeah? Cello! Very good. See, a guitar you would play like this. If I leave here tomorrow. But, in fact, the cello also uses who remembers what this is called? Here. There's people who can't see what I'm doing. Here. Can everyone see what I'm doing now?
Yep.
Cool, alright. So, yes, bow, very good. So our bow here, we take it to our strings. Now, this instrument has thicker strings and it's a larger instrument, so we're going to have a much
Lower and bigger sound.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so there is our cello. Final family of instruments. Who remembers the name? Right here. Yes.
I'll go with the bun family because they have buns sometimes. But
Well, not this time, but that is an excellent. Yes.
what was it again?
So the name of this family is called the. Maybe. Gonna do one more. Anybody know the name? The name. Yes.
The woodwind family.
Oh, the woodwind we already had. That was the first family. It is the, yes? Percussion family. Excellent. So our percussion family over here is a lovely family. Featuring, everybody can chime in for this one, Drum. Very good. And this drum is special because on the back we have these metal snares. Hence the name snare drum. You're gonna drum it. It's gonna give you that fun rat-a-tat-tat sound. Our snare drum. Lots of fun, that one. Let me really quickly. Oh, I'll do that in a second. But not all percussion instruments are drums. Everyone, what are these? Maracas. How do we play them? We shake them. That is right. Now, how about these? Woo! Cymbals. How do we play them? We shake them? Shake one? Oh, crash them together just like that. Excellent. Now, what about this?
Tambourine.
And there's two ways to play that. One is to.
Or you can slap it on your hand.
So you're gonna shake it, or you're gonna tap it. Slap. We're gonna be kind to our instrument, so we'll tap. And then we also have this.
Tambourine.
Not a tambourine, but yeah. Okay. So this one is called sleigh bells. Very much like if you're gonna dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, you have these lovely little jingle bells that will guide you all the way. I didn't mean to rhyme, but there it is. All right. Now, if you know your shapes, you know that this is a
Triangle.
very good in two ways to play the triangle. One
Triangle,
on
you
the
can tap
side,
it with that, or on the bottom.
Close on the inside for a roll. Come and get it! All right. So, now this one's a little tricky. Who knows this one? This is bonus round. So this one is called a kabasa. Say it with me. Kabasa. One more time. Kabasa. And so we take our hands to the side and we spin. Just like that. Loads of fun. Now this one's pretty easy. This one. Whoops, gotta turn it up.
It's a keyboard.
A keyboard, very good, because it's like a piano, but it's plugged in. So we have a little more electric flair to it. But yeah. So there's our lovely keyboard. And we're almost ready to play. I know some of you are getting restless. That's okay. One more thing to quickly show you, because this can be a little tricky, especially when the things fall off. All right. So this one, who knows this one? Or everyone?
Called
So this one is actually called bells because it looks like a xylophone, but it's smaller and it's made of metal. Another name is glockenspiel. It's a little, there's usually a little more ornate designs on it, but it is a smaller sounding xylophone that's made of metal. Because typically xylophones are made of wood. Fun fact.
Actually, xylophones, you know, the ones that goes with what?
Oh yeah?
Those were metal.
So they're vibraphones you're thinking of. Xylophones, well, we can talk about this after, okay? All right, cool, excellent. But I love that. Keep asking questions. So yeah, we take our mallets to the keys. Good. So you can make a lot of fun sounds with these set of bells. All right, so that's all the families really quick. Actually, really quickly, what's this family called? The woodwinds. Then we have the brass. And then we have the and finally the excellent learners, all y'all. One more instrument that we all have that's actually not in these families. Whistle, mouth, getting closer. What do we do? Singing! That's right. Singing is a great way to make music. It can do things that no other instrument can. Some instruments are limited by a range. Recorders are very high pitched. Cello's low pitched. When you're singing, you can go up very high, bring it all down to the floor. And the other thing about singing I think is really cool is you are the instrument. So you are producing these notes that instruments, things, these crafts are built to make these notes, but it is actually happening in you. And you're kind of getting a better idea of how the note is supposed to sound because it's resonating in your head and you can hear where it is exactly. So it's a very good practice. A lot of instrumentalists sing as well, just to get pitches right. So sing every day. Your voice is unique. Do it all the time. Highly encourage that. So we're going to have y'all come up really quickly. I'm going to have my volunteers grab some stations. I'll be at the brass table helping out there. Just need someone to wipe stuff here, someone to hold the cello. Oh, we will need that chair.
I'll be wherever you want me. I can be here.
I'm going to grab a chair also afterwards. But are there any questions before we kick it in gear? Yes?
Oh, I forgot what the one I asked.
You just think about that. All right, yes? Huh? Okay. Very good. You can have a blast up here. Excellent. All right. Any other questions, really quickly? All right. So for anyone with younger children here, just keep an eye on them when you're playing the instruments. But for the most part, come up, enjoy, try things out, ask if you have questions. Yes. Well, actually, it's for here for the cello. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably a perfect. I mean, some of the older children. All right. Hello. You want to try this? Here, I'll tell you what. One, two, three, all right? What do you want to try? You want to, oh, I believe it. it. All right. Boom. Here we go. So I want to have one hand on the bottom right there. 1, 2, 3 fingers right there. Make that letter M. Buzz those lips. Close your lips. So you're gonna keep them closed. Yeah, like that. Sometimes I tell people old people teeth, so that's perfect. So that raspberry, that. Yeah, I see a little bit. I can just see from here a little bit coming out the side. Make sure it goes right down the middle. Perfect. There you go. There, you can even hold it. You want to hold it? Here. He's flying free, man. Awesome. It is tricky though because it's a smaller mouthpiece. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And the rest is just practice. Rest is practice. Excellent job. What would you like to try? You want the trumpet? I love it. All right, here's a little bit of what I just said. One hand on the bottom. 1, 2, 3 fingers on the top. Yeah, you can either do one or two things. You can either cup it like that, or sometimes people kind of like grab it like that. But the idea is just to support it. Yeah, perfect. And then, yeah, letter M, buzz the lips. So tighter lips. And then, there it is. There it is. Excellent. Thank you for being the question bringer, too. All right, what would you like to try? You want to try the big one? I love that. All right, so one hand right over here. This hand actually. This one down here. This hand is like a way around. Over there. Letter M and up push. Yeah, that's it. Try pressing the valves. Push the valves. Very good. Good job. Alrighty. Alright, what would you like to try, my friend? You want to try the, remember what it's called? Yeah, good job. Good. Alright, so gonna have this on the shoulder, this hand right there. This hand up on that gold bar, and this one underneath on that gold bar. Up on the shoulder. Let's do that little hand. Buzz your lips. Oh, close your lips. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, there you go. You got a buzz. That's it. That is it. Nice. Very good. Very good. All right, we're gonna let him have a chance. All right. All right. What would you like to try? French horn? All right. Hang on. I will help you understand how it works. So, take this hand right here, 1, 2, 3. This hand up top over here. Now you're gonna turn it. Letter M, right? We're gonna turn a little bit for the photo op. So letter M. Yep. So think like a raspberry, like. You want to try the brass? You gotta come over here. It's like a line because I gotta help with all of them. That was excellent. You good? Yeah. All right. Cool. So like over here, line over here. All right. What would you like to try? You would like to try this? All right. No, that's fine. If you want to, you can totally take it and have it try. One hand. 1, 2, 3. Letter M. Excellent. Very good. Actually, you know what? Are you helping folks out? If you want, then yeah, you can totally grab one. Alright, what would you like to try? This one? Perfect. One hand on the bottom. Anything else? That's it. Very good. So one hand on the very bottom.
Good job.
And then 3 fingers on the left.
High five.
Excellent. Good job.
Want to do it again?
All right, excuse me. Yep. So, think like you're giving someone a raspberry. So actually, you just gotta close your lips a little more. Picture like old people.
Yeah, and you just you're so wow.
Heard it.
You did so good.
Oh no, so and you're really close. So just keep her. You gotta keep her mouth up against the mouth. So the mouthpiece is clean.
Breast
Really.
part, right? Holy moly.
That's it.
Breast. job. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Good job. That is too funny.
That's cool. That's good.
Okay. Mike,
Here. Oh, did you already? Oh, yeah, totally. Here, make sure we give it a double clean. All right. All right, you ready? So take this hand right here. You're going to put these 3 fingers on the bell. Now take this hand right up on top. This is the bell. It's like the big open flower. And everyone and letter M. Yeah, see? There it is. You can feel that, right? Yeah, more time. Nice done. Good job. Yes, you can. Remember what it's called. This one's the baritone. So one hand down there. Thumb is going to go in this ring. Fingers on the valve. Boom. You're ready. All right. Nice. Good job. Yes, you can. Now you see how I the valves there. And now you're going to kind of bring this hug it to letter M and yeah. Here. Turn for the photo off. Womp womp. Oops, which way? Is that good? Give me nice, good job. Alright, which one do you want to try? Trombone? Yeah? Let's do trombone again. Alright, so. Actually, can you come right over here? So take this hand outside. So this is going to go on your shoulder. Yeah. This hand, you're going to keep on that whole bar. Very good. Now bring this to your lips. Remember that letter M in the buzz? No, that's supposed to go over your shoulder. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Now close your lips. Bring that bottom lip down a little bit. So
We're making notes.
that raspberry sound. Here, go straight to that hand. There you go. Alright, no, that's fine. So all it is you kind of think of like you're squishing your lips together and you're making that silly sound. Yeah, there it is. It feels weird, doesn't it? That means you did it right, don't worry. I'm sorry. Alright. French, big one? This? Yeah. So this one, do you remember what this is called? This one's called the baritone horn. Say it with me. Baritone horn. Very good. This hand, right down here. Take this thumb, you're going to put it right up so around. You don't want to go through. You're gonna, like you're giving it a hug. Yeah. Thumb through that ring. Thumb. This one. Yeah, so that way the fingers can go in the valve. Yep, that's good. Now letter M. Wow, right there. Excellent. All right. You want to try the French one? Alright, so take this hand, you're going to grab these 3 with those fingers. Now this hand, grab the very top of the bell, that's this part. So don't move your feet at all, alright? We're going to kind of turn it a little bit to the side like it's a bag. Yeah. Now letter M. There it is. Yeah. Take deep breaths. Yeah. Nice. Good job. Alright. People behind me. Hello. Who wants? What are we doing? Trombone? What do you want to try? You want to try trombone? Who was first? Be honest. Okay. So, on your shoulder it goes. You want that hand on back of the bar. This hand on back of the bar. Letter M.
This one? It doesn't have to be like
Hey-oh. There it is. You got it.
No.
Very good. so you can turn the photo. Very good. All right. So bring, no. You're good. So bring the lips, your lips, so letter M. Like you're giving someone a raspberry. That's it. Yep. All right. Aha. What do you want to try next? All right, cool. He's gonna go for the French horn. Actually, if you already tried the trumpet, if you want it, you can be very responsible. Go for it. And if you need some pointers, just holler and I'll give you pointers. So this one's the French horn. We're gonna go whoop, down here. This hand, letter M. Tighter lips. Think old people teeth. Up here at the top.
Can I try this?
Give me 2 seconds, all right? And we're gonna swing it to the side. Letter M. Oh, close your lips. There we go. Here. Yeah, there you go. Letter M.
You're getting notes.
Not with your eyes, but with your lips, right? So it's coming out the side a little bit. Just make that little raspberry. Ah, there it is. That's the sound we see. Nice. You got it. That's a tough one too. Good job. Yeah, bam. Also, all parents, you can try too. All right, which one do you want to try? Okay. Oh, isn't it? Ain't it just? It's really because when you connect, when you figure out you're doing it right, you get that brrrr, and it's like mission accomplished. One hand on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 fingers on the top. Very good. Letter M, buzz those lips. So, same thing, tighter, yeah, and then right down the center. Yeah, there it is.
See you in a couple of days.
I'm like, you making music. You're gonna become a pro, right?
Alright. You want that together? And then, here, let me actually, it may not be too so hot, but basically, the whole idea, see these holes right here? That's it's the acoustic thing, but it's also your bow can get through it, because that way you get just that bow and that track, so you can get rings. Alright, so, one hand on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, whatever you're comfortable with. 1, 2, 3, so. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. So like this, like pointer, middle, ring. I did it backwards, yeah. You just interpolate what I said, so thank you. Letter M, close your lips tight. Yep. Close them. Yep, bring your bottom up a little bit. Tighter lips, stick like old people's teeth, like that. I heard it, yep, a little room there. So, aha! There it is, yeah. Nice. And then, yep, you feel it. Once you get it, you got it. Exactly. Clark me on singing Remember the wolf thing from earlier? Still, actually, you know what? I rosin them, but maybe they need more.
You can try it. It might have been nuts.
Grab that. know what? Here, can I trade you really quick for that? I just like don't like doing it in front of the kids sometimes. You know, when he's heard them, just bring all the strings out. Alright, try this. It's pretty much just a root string, so I'm like just above them, but still.
Would you do this? This is amazing. Have you been busy this summer with this?
Because it's the ear too, the music ear, right? And I remember the exact format of what it is.
Library's rock.
Library's rock. Yeah! It's true. I am. Does that need cleaning? Here, that one's sprayed. Perfect. Same thing? Alright. I love how responsible you guys are. This is excellent.
Yes, very responsible.
Ah! Sprayed my hand. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have like 20 zoos this month already. It's like
Gentle. There you go.
It's cruising.
Get right in there.
I don't know why middleman there, but hey.
There you go. Good job.
Need the help.
Alright.
You want to try the cello?
Nice and gentle. If I want to, were you trying to speak? You were
You can try the cello too.
Oh, yeah.
I asked you if you wanted to try the cello.
Okay, you want to try?
Okay, so. This. So don't look down. Keep looking ahead, all right? You want to go across, right? I know.
It's so exciting.
All right, you ready?
Ready?
So straight ahead.
Look at him.
See, watch. I'm gonna show you real quick.
What he does.
All right.
Ready?
So here, you can even hold it down. So watch that. See this?
Can I do it?
Close. We're getting closer.
Close.
So close.
Oh, that's fine.
So close. That was a good try, though.
Here.
That was tricky.
This was a lot of fun.
I love it. Love that, yeah. Oh,
I can tell. Oh, careful.
Pick it up,
Yeah, there you go. So, I already have it. So, I already have it.